Well, that damn Christmas music again. It
I
must
love
mean
it.
that it's that time of year, huh,
I
sir?
love Christmas
I
music.
think so.
Come
Merry
on, man.
Christmas and happy
Humbug. Stop
holidays
being a
to all of
meanie.
you guys out there. Welcome to another episode of Unfiltered Historians, Unfiltered Conversations with a Twist, because we're calling it Holiday Hooplah because it is the holidays, as Darren calls them.
It's
Do your
happy
American accent.
holidays, everybody.
Thank you. That's so awesome. I love your American accent, dude. It's great.
Thank you.
Guys, I hope you all are having a safe and fantastic holiday thus far, and we look forward to hearing all about how everybody's holiday was. But today's not much of a big, giant stream with real agenda attached to it. It's sort of just off the cuff, as we call it, and we're just going to chat and hang out with you guys for a little bit before we have to prepare for Father Christmas, because Darren, he's getting close to you, huh?
Oh, he's getting very close, and I mean, actually, he's gone down into Africa now again. But he will be back soon, and you will get a live report because I'm watching it live on the TV.
All right, well, thank you for keeping us updated.
I would like to point out, just before we start, I don't know if you guys have Christmas crackers in the US, but we do. We have silly little jokes inside. I've got a couple of Christmas.
No, share that. Oh, okay, this is a great opportunity.
So,
yeah.
What's
this Christmas cracker?
Are you ready? What happened
I'm
to
ready.
the man who stole an advent calendar? He got 25 days.
I love the jokes, man. You're gonna have to type these all over me. Hey, hello from Arizona. Hey, buddy.
Yeah,
welcome to the stream, man. Happy holidays to you.
Yeah. What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta.
Pasta.
There we go. That was written by an American, that one.
We have coffee in the U.S., not that stuff in a bag.
Well, who asked you?
You're not gonna win with this tea stuff. You gotta have some.
Look, I've just given up. No. I like coffee, but I will own up. So, as you know, if you've been following the Unfiltered Historian, you will notice I was given a little gift to take home on the plane. I'm lucky I didn't get my suitcase searched because it looks like something
else. Bang Bang Coffee, as it was called. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I made the mistake of you putting it in the cup without a filter. And Tyler laughed at me.
He calls me to show me. He's like,
and then he told me afterwards, you need a filter. And I said, hang on a minute. You didn't tell me that.
And see, I assume it's common, not like just common that, but then again, from a majority of tea drinking folks, you guys aren't brewing coffee with a filter all the time like we are.
That's it. Nice one, Kojak. That's the way to do it.
Coffee in the morning, tea
bagging in the afternoon.
Oh my God.
Well, anyway, it is Christmas Day here, guys. So happy Christmas. Happy holidays. If you don't believe in, Christmas. Yeah. There you go. So what's important about right, behave. What's important about this episode is we're going to start where we left off with Fredericksburg Live, because as you know, it happened in December and they have to retreat over that river and they have to spend Christmas of 62 in Stafford County.
They do.
And it's not good. You've just had your arse handed to you. You've been slaughtered and you've now got to go and sit and enjoy your Christmas, which is not going to happen.
And one thing I've noticed, and I mean, I'm sure there's more of a wealth of information for me to dive into later down the road, but from a lot of the union accounts that I've come across that actually have an entry for this time period, and especially late December in 1862 up into January of 63, I've noticed a lot of the soldiers skip over or don't mention Christmas.
Too painful.
I think there's a lot of stuff. And again, that's not every single account. I'm sure there's dozens of accounts, more than that even, that cover Christmas very well, and I could find those. But from just the ones I've looked at so far, even just in the short time period tonight, yeah, I've seen a lot of glancing over of Christmas, and it looks like they're really focusing on matters at home or settling matters at home, which was a lot of the common things I came across, which really sparked some eeriness to it, because you're looking at these men realizing how mortal they really are, especially after a debacle like Fredericksburg, where it's been wanton slaughter, especially the folks that witnessed what happened in Marie's Heights and some of the confusion and miscommunication on the southern aspect of the southern portion of the battle over at Slaughter Pen and Prospect Hill. You have a mental state too that I think the troops are enduring and going through at this time. And again, that was very evident because I'm looking at a lot of the letters being written home almost as if they're writing their last will and testament. They're making sure things are going to be arranged, and whether that's in intuition that the winter coming up is going to be extremely cold and bitter and rough, or they are reflecting on everything they just saw and witnessed and endured at Fredericksburg. And this is the feeling that they got. Wow, this war is going to be the death of me. I'm going to have to make sure my affairs are in order back at home with the family so that things can be taken care of if I, succumb to this war. And that was powerful to look at today, Darren, when I was preparing for tonight to talk with you. Just to see that a common thread that I found in a lot of these letters or diary entries are really getting my affairs in order.
Mm-hmm.
So that was tough.
And also you've got to look at it, this aspect as well. I mean, desertions were quite high, I believe, before the Battle of Fredericksburg, but you've just been defeated. And also, I don't mean to bring it up, but the Civil War is, and I don't think we've ever touched on this subject, but I'm going to bring it up anyway, and that's slavery. Now, you've got the preliminary Emancipation Proclamation given out in September of '62, but that's coming correct. Up in a few days, in a week's time, will be the full emancipation of all the slaves, in the states in rebellion against the United States of America.
Right.
And some of these soldiers also have a hard time with this that's coming up, this pending emancipation thing. So not only that, you've got that, but then, like you said, you've got the mental side of it as well. They've just seen a lot of their friends die. There's a lot of things, and also, and then if you go to the west, you've got Stones River, literally. Well, it starts on the 27th of December. So there's that aspect of it as well from the western side. But yeah, it's and again, they're missing their families. This is the second year of the war now. They've been away from their families for about a year at this point. I know sometimes that some of them got paroled or, Hooker was quite, when Hooker comes in, actually, I think that starts, doesn't it? He starts letting them go on parole and they go off and see their families. But some of these guys haven't seen their families for a year. And I know I was only away from my family for a week and that was hellish for me, even though I enjoyed being away. So I can't imagine what this must be like for these guys,
It must be absolutely, just terrifying to even have the prospect of enduring what you're about to with what aptly has been termed the Valley Forge of the Army of the Potomac is winter between 62 and 63 over there in Falmouth. I lose a lot of words for it when I try to look at it because of some of just the numbers that you see taken out of there because of disease and illness or malnutrition. I don't know. It's tough to formulate, and I think what's best for us today is to read some of the quotes or read some of the excerpts of what it was like.
Definitely.
Would you like to start? Because I know you have a lot.
Yeah.
Of different
So
roads.
I've, as you know, there's a good account of a lot of the Army of the Potomac, and that is obviously, and it's a book called All for the Union, which is a diary of Elijah Hunt Rhodes, of that famous regiment, the 2nd Rhode Island Volunteers. In 61, he doesn't really say a lot. He's in camp, but by the time you get to 62, you start seeing entries from Christmas and Christmas Eve, So yeah, I've got a few here. So let's have a look. So we're in trouble about our new major and former chaplain, Reverend someone or other. Sorry, there's not actually anything interesting here. Sorry,
it's okay.
There's nothing actually. But hang on. Okay, so this is Christmas Day, 1862. We passed a very quiet day, and except that we were exhausted from drill that day. So he obviously wasn't at Fredericksburg then, was he? So I thought they were at Fredericksburg, but there you go. But again, so they've just had a battle and they're making them drill on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
You know, why are they doing that? My brother-in-law came today from Washington and made me call. And made me a call in the evening. Lieutenant Nathan Jr. of the regiment and the officers came to my tent, and we had a sing. So they had a sing-song. I should like to be home for Christmas night. So that's it. There's not much there really, but it's just showing you. So they're getting drilled on Christmas Day. And
Yeah, and
I thought
that's
they were at
tremendously
Fredericksburg,
difficult.
so they probably was, but they're still probably being made to drill because, God knows why. But again, they're saying the highlight of his day is because he lives close to Washington. He's seeing his brother-in-law, and they're singing at night. That's the highlight of their day. And you take it for granted, don't you? How we celebrate Christmas now, but them poor guys, stuck out in a field.
Yeah, just miserable too. One of the ones that I have, where did it go? Here we go. Is of John Brendel. He's in the 11th Pennsylvania Volunteer Infantry, and his is again one of those ones I came across that wasn't really just. It wasn't, and Kojak, I do appreciate your follow up there too, because that brings it to a whole other topic. Yeah, Christmas wasn't a big national holiday until 1870, as he mentioned earlier. So, it's not widely celebrated by any means, but the majority of these regiments that are around this area there's a lot of Christian makeup. So there was a lot of what I would consider practicing Christians, of course. Yeah, that was something that I think was pretty prevalent on both sides. That there was at least a
I
recognition
think
of
that's
it.
a misconception about that period. I think people think that everyone was religious. In actual fact, that a lot of the accounts I have heard that there was a lot of soldiers that was not religious
Oh, sure,
in camp. I mean,
sure,
yeah, I mean, big amount of people. They just didn't believe in that. You know,
yeah. Well, this is a letter that Brendel wrote to Anne Brendel, West Newton, Westmoreland County, Pennsylvania. So that he's writing to her in Pennsylvania. He's writing from the Banks Farm, though, and he writes that dear Annie, I have received your kind letter and was very glad to hear from you that you was all well. I feel a little better today. I sent you $5.50 to Jenny and Robbie before I received this letter from you, and I gave Captain McGrew $15 more today. His wife is to send it to you immediately. She will either bring it to you or send it by one of his boys. We are encamped near Belle Plains. We may probably stay here till spring. There is a strong talk of our regiment going to Washington City. I don't know for sure whether it would go for sure. I wish it would. We have got our little houses fixed up pretty warm. The size of ours, I guess, is 6 feet, 7 feet for three of us. You wanted to know about renting the house. Plumber told me I could have the house until I come home if I wanted it, and wrote to me too. So you can do as you please about it. I feel weak and tired. I would like to write more to you, but my head is so dizzy I can't keep my mind together to write. You will have to excuse me. I want to write as soon as this comes to hand. Send me some postage stamps. They are scarce here. Nothing more at present. Your loving husband, John W. Brendel. So very simple, pretty easy, entry there. It's not anything sparking crazy
and
stuff
again,
on Fredericksburg.
getting sent gifts from home means everything to these
It does.
guys. So that happens quite a lot. I mean, I can't talk for Confederate. Was that a Confederate account or a Union account?
That was a Union account. It was 11th Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so I can't really talk for Confederate accounts because I'm not 100% sure. I've not read many accounts for the Confederate side, and we should be focusing on both sides, obviously. Yeah, I can't really account for them guys. But their Christmas, I would have thought was probably worse in some respects. Maybe not in '62, but as you get later on in the war, they haven't got supplies like the Union Army have got.
Mm-mm.
I mean, the Union Army's got a City Point in '64. They're literally getting everything they need, whereas
Yeah.
the Confederates are getting nothing. Even though some of them are on their own turf.
Yeah. Well, Darren, my family's just arrived. I told you it would probably be a short video tonight, and I hate to cut it
Oh,
so
right.
short.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, don't you apologize. I'm glad I got to hop on here. And folks, sorry it was so short tonight. We kind of planned this one off the cuff, but we have some time this weekend to do some more. Again, Darren, I'm real sorry. I didn't think it was going to be this soon. But it's Christmas and I get to spend some time with them, so I'm
Yeah,
really
you've
excited.
got to
If you
spend
would like
time
to
with your
continue to
family.
stream, you can. I think we both
No,
got our
that's
sources
fine.
out.
That's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, guys, it was just a short one, just to emphasise that Christmas during the Civil War happened, and these guys, didn't have a very nice time, and
Mm-mm.
basically just saying, that we're lucky that nowadays we get to enjoy it, and that's what
Absolutely.
it's about. It's all about family. So
It is.
there
And
we go.
on that note, everybody, I'm going to play our corny Christmas music again.
Merry Christmas, everyone, and I hope you
Merry
enjoy
Christmas,
the day.
guys. Darren, thank you so much for popping on
No
to say
problem. Yeah.
Merry Christmas to our friends here. And guys, we'll be back. I'm available
Oh,
to do a
don't
lot of these
forget
videos.
American Civil War UK History's birthday live on Tuesday.
See you
You've
guys
seen the
soon.
posters get flying about
We have.
social media. See you soon.
See you soon.